Welcome back to English class, the at-home edition. Last time we were in our student book on page 75. We broke that up into two parts. We did 1 and 2, and then we did 3 and 4. Hopefully you completed that. Again, this is the student book, our Get Smart 5. Sorry, not student book, the workbook. Yes, we've just been working with the workbook. Make sure you got that workbook. And on the workbook, we were doing page 75. Hopefully you did those. I'm not going to go through the answers. I will check them in class when we are back. But I won't go through the answers I left for you in case you didn't watch the video. Not many of us are watching the videos, and I know who you are. Moving along, though, we will be doing page 76, which first begins with a word search. These are all rides, things that you can find at an amusement park. We know this one as a Ferris wheel and a roller coaster. So take a look in the word search. See if you can find Ferris wheel, roller coaster, castle. Should be fairly easy, as we've done these many times before. And once you do that, we can move on to part 2, where we have pictures and we'll be writing. We're going to use to and enough. So looking at the giraffe, you can notice that he's eating because he's tall. Now, too means usually it's too much. Like eating 5 hamburgers is too much food for one person. Eating 1 hamburger is usually enough. So looking at the giraffe, he's not too tall. He's tall enough. He's tall enough to reach the tops of the trees. So a giraffe is tall enough to reach the top of the trees. Something else would be a turtle is not tall enough to reach the tops of the trees. But a giraffe is tall enough. Let's look at number 2. not fast and win the race. We're looking at the guy in last. He's last place at the very back. So he is not fast enough. He's not fast. So he's not fast enough to win the race. That's TO. We're not using this to just yet. So the same as this one, a giraffe is tall enough to TO. Not fast enough TO to win the race. I know we're using TOO, but don't use that yet. When I say to, I will tell you TOO. Here we have some young birds in a nest. We have young and fly. You can use young birds. They might be hatchlings. They might be chicks. But you can say young birds. I don't know what type of bird that is. So you can say the young birds are too young to fly. If you want to use just birds, you could say the birds are too, TOO, young, TO, fly, young to fly, too young to fly. Number 4, similar with the word young, drive a car. This would go for all of you as well. You could use she because it's a girl. You could say she is too young, TOO, too young to TO, drive a car. She is too young to drive a car. So we don't know her name, so you can just use she, using too young to. So usually we have the same format of too young to, too old to, like this. I'm going to leave number 5 and number 6 for you. Are we going to use enough or too? Part 3 is about you. Things that you are too young to. We're going to also talk about money. I have enough to buy. I'm old enough. Too late. And something difficult, which means hard. It's too difficult to learn English. It's too difficult. Anyway, give this a try. It's page 76 in your workbook. And I will talk to you when we get back to class, and we'll look this over and get the rest of the answers. Okay? Bye for now.